Hello, everyone. Welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we're talking with Gene Columbus, Executive Director of Orlando Repertory Theater. Now we're going to get to learn about the man himself and what brings you here today. Hi.
Good afternoon.
How did you get to be who you are today, Gene? Tell us about your beginnings.
Well, I want to go back to the very beginning, that how I got hooked. As a child, and I can't tell you what the play was, I can't tell you exactly where the theater was, but the moment was frozen in time. I was in a theater and I was watching a play, and there was a situation where the guy was really mean to the girl. And I got so involved in, and then his realization that he had done something, and then I saw the tenderness of that. I didn't realize that there was anyone else in the theater until the lights came up, and I discovered that there I was, house right, in about the 7th row, watching, and I knew then that this was a place that had something special to offer. So then I decided that perhaps the arts was the direction for me, and storytelling.
How old were you?
Oh, I would say I was probably 7 or 8 years old at that point. So then it led me on. I had all these wonderful things leading up to it, but I tripped over the arts. And in schools, when I was going to school in the 1950s, there was drama and music, and I got involved in dance, which was a pretty terrific thing. And I have to confess, it was my older sister who had her best friend dancing, Barbara Lodge. Barbara Lodge was the most beautiful girl in the world. She was 16, I was 14, you remember. but that started me on this area. So I ended up having a 10-year performing career, and I got a chance to work in motion pictures of Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand, and Dr. Dolittle with Rex Harrison, and I worked with Elvis Presley. I actually did the Comeback special, and great things in television, the Lucy Show, the Hollywood Palace, the Carol Burnett Show, back in the days when they did all those kind of musical things. But my love was musical theater, and being live on stage. That was really special. So I got injured, and I got bored, and I went back to school. And I have to tell people that that's what really prepared me for what I can do today, was that education. As I worked my way back, I became the equity deputy, and then management got to know me, and so they asked me to be an assistant stage manager. And I'm working in this field. And I get a call from the Walt Disney Company, and they ask that I join a company called Disney on Parade as a stage manager.
Gene, you've had such an illustrious career, and you gave us like a snapshot there of your whole career, but it amazes me that you started by saying the reason why you even did this or went into the arts at all was because of the emotion that you felt. There was something in that theater that brought you to life, and that's absolutely what the arts does. And now it took you on this entire journey, but what was the first play that you ever did, and what is your favorite musical?
Well, my first play was with a leading role was Sleeping Beauty, and I was the prince. And and I have that picture that is absolutely priceless.
So we should call you Prince Gene.
Yeah,
Prince Gene.
that will work. That will work. But the musical was Hello, Dolly. And in 1968, I did it. And there's one song. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life through. I met my wife. And 44 years of marriage later, we still get emotional when we hear the song. So musical theater, but moving on, Disney came in, and they had me tour around the world with these shows called Disney on Parade. It's very much like Disney on Ice, but it was more Disney on wood. So we did shows, and then when that finished, I was at Disneyland, and then they asked me to go to a place called Walt Disney World. And 6 years after Walt Disney World opened, I came and was in the Magic Kingdom. And during my time there, I took part in the announcement, the groundbreaking, and the dedication of Epcot.
Wow.
And we have some amazing things
Absolutely.
here in the shop. Tell us about what some of these things
I
are.
brought the script from Epcot, and in my office in the Magic Kingdom, there was the script from the opening that somebody had just left. And so through the years, that traveled with me. So I had that. But I had a great time at Walt Disney World, and I spent a total of 38 years with Disney.
Wow.
It was amazing, but I think the rep needed me more than Disney. And my retirement was quite amazing because I started as a stage manager. I went around to every show on property and called the last cue. House lights up.
I love it.
Go.
House lights up, go. And I love that at age 7, you knew that you were downstage right, downstage audience right. I'm like, wow, he's right. He knows
still get
downstage
confused by
audience
that.
right.
Well, I visualize it in my
Yes,
head.
yes.
I can still feel myself in that time.
I love it.
Yeah.
We have just a little time left. I want to ask you, if you were going to give advice to a young person who wants to go into theater, just one bit of advice, what would you give them?
Never give up your dream. The audition is always daunting when you first start. Never go to an audition. Go to a performance. Even if that casting
great
director is your single member of the audience, do it with all the love, passion, and commitment you have, and then you'll find success.
I love that. Never go to an audition, go to a performance. That's beautiful for life too. Gene, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, it's so nice to be here. And thank you guys for bringing arts to our community.
Absolutely, our pleasure. Gene, this has been so much fun. And when we come back, we're going to learn more about Gene and the Orlando Repertory Theater and its future, and why Gene's so passionate in his vision for the arts here in our community.